ridiculous. I want to say bad words. Yeah, real loud. Oh my God. This is a terrible vinyl siding job. Somebody came in here and put vinyl siding on this stinking house. And they wrapped all the treated wood with aluminum metal. I'm not sure what that's all about, but this is a piece of metal here and it corroded out. So this piece of metal, will you put that piece up there before you take that? I want to say what they had done. This is what somebody else had done. It bothers me a lot. Around that pole right there. So you got a piece of metal already up here, and then because it was corroding, they said, well, what we need to do is we need to put more metal back, and you're under warranty, so we're going to do it for free. And that's what they did. That's exactly what they did. They just completely covered it. Covered the old piece with a new piece, and now this company is out of business. And I'm having a little bit of a difficulty trying to figure out what the hell to do. I've already given this guy a price, and obviously I brought him down here and explained to him what was going on, because I've only got three guys working and so much work to do. I've only planned 4 days for this job to redo all the bad metal, but there's 2 layers of metal, and in order to replace all this stuff, I'm gonna have to remove the siding all the way around this house. We found problems down here where there's a deck. This is you can take that back down, Billy, if you want to. Water was coming out behind this yesterday. It was raining, and yeah, you can nothing. Sorry. So this is another thing we found is everywhere where this thing was bent around like that to make it stiffer, so they could hide their stuff, is corroded terrible. And this piece right here was over here. And you can tell just looking inside of this thing. Just by looking inside of this thing, how wet it is, how bad it's been leaking. There's something like that. That's the piece that came out of there. That's how much water's getting behind this deck. That's how much water's getting behind the deck. So corroded aluminum metal. And just so everybody knows, I want to give everybody a heads up on this stuff. If you have treated lumber, whether it be treated plywood or treated 2x6s or whatever, read the box. Alright, so if you do put this over it, this is what happens anyways. And that's what happens to aluminum over metal. Metal, aluminum over. So that's what you got going on. The piece didn't stay. So I think, like I told this man, I said, we're gonna do this, and you will have the same exact trouble down the road. I think that deck, somebody came in here because they were having a deck problem. And they took these boards off here and took some siding off, and they ran a plastic flashing because it was done, because this was all getting wet. So they came in and took the board off, put a piece of plastic right here, which is what you have to do. You have to run galvanized in on Oak Island or in this area because of the salt. And these nails are rusting. They should be stainless. I think I would use stainless, but you can see that the water is coming from behind the J channel right here. So it's going into the metal, going straight into the metal. And this is just wrapped up siding. The way it is, wrapped up siding, there's another piece that goes here. So anyways, there's a lot more problems going on here, obviously. See that? water's coming behind the J channel. If it's behind the J channel, that means it's behind the metal. If it's behind the metal, it's going to go into this, sit in that trough right there, and rot. And what you're seeing on this is exactly that. You're seeing all the trash from the deck that's washed off the deck, and it's laid on top of this piece of metal right here, and corroded. So there should not be water getting behind that and behind the metal. Not to mention the fact that that is treated plywood. And you read the box. Look how far they got a boat out. That nail, you can see where the nail is. And the cut they made in it. Look at that cut. Look how boaty, you can see the bow. You can see the bow looking up it. It wasn't right. So that all back there is probably rotted. Huh?
Look at up under, at the other end, look up under.
What are they?
How they sit there and let the plywood go over.
This is all rotted
like
up
a
there.
curve.
The siding's rotted at least to the top of that thing there. So this is a bad mess. I'm gonna bring my camera. Today's project is changing metal. We're gonna change all this rotten metal that's around here. We got rotten metal everywhere under this house. It's just aluminum. It's been up here for a lot of years. We're basically taking it off, putting it back. Take it off, put it back. One piece at a time. One piece at a time. Look at that. Oh, this metal's getting changed out. Huh? What? Yeah, it's deteriorated. Oh, yeah. Wow. Couple pieces there, like 2 pieces, that'll pop off, and then another piece will pop off. We'll put them back and go through it.
All the metal.
Look at this. Huh?
All the metal.
Taking a piece out, setting it down. Got 2 guys coming around. Let's stay with this piece, Bill. Let's stay with this one you already started on.
Yeah, I'm looking at.
Taking it down, and have 2 guys coming back, putting it back, and we're just laying it out where it is and put it all back like it was. Not much we can do about the bowing. I mean, some of this metal is just the way it is. It's the way it is. A lot of it bows. Drops down on one side, it's tight in the middle. I guess because the house is so damn crooked. It's so crooked.
I didn't even see this piece. This piece needs to come down, don't it? All
When-
those pieces just hanging there. Never mind.
You already pulled the nails out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot of bowed. I guess, I mean, it was put up like that. It's the best they could do, I guess. So I'm gonna do the exact same thing, the best I can. It's looking good. So we're taking just them sections right there. So we're taking that was 2 layers on there, and I didn't like it because of the way they did it down here. So I got the 2 top pieces out. Them 2 bottom pieces we're getting rid of. So this is another. Is this a 1, 2, 3? It's that 3rd piece. That one goes on behind it. Metal over metal over metal, pieces over pieces. Oh, look, take this one down. Another one back there. Yeah, this is not the proper way to do all this stuff. This is not it, man. I can't believe it. He's like, bad metal, second down here. Start taking off metal and find more metal. Just cut it back. Look at that. Absolutely insane.
I had this on the ground.
Guess they had that up in there or something like that. Nailed into that.
Wow.
Look at that. That's rotted. Look at that. So they covered it. They just covered it up.
Rotted all the way up, Bob.
Oh my God. Look at that.
That piece is loose.
Well,
It's just a piece of strip.
yeah, it is. There's nothing there. Oh man, it's terrible. It gets worse the more you look at it. All right, well, it looks like we got some stuff to take apart. Oh look, this is in a J channel. It's still rotted above it though. It's rotted behind the deck. Well, time for him to get that guy. Whew. All right. Wow. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. All right. Over metal. That's what they did back here. They cut that edge off. They cut the edge off and slipped this up there. Left the old metal behind it. So we have to remove this metal north of this, so that J channel was nailed into it. So with aluminum nailed with galvanized nails. All right, you see that? It's aluminum flashing and a galvanized nail. Galvanized and aluminum does not go together or oxidize. Not to mention, I think it's getting wet behind it and oxidizing everywhere. So we're removing all this. We're gonna see what's going on.